Sundays with Steve. It is profoundly irrational for Trump to support Israel bombing Iran, declaring war on Iran, asking for 200 billion extra cash money dollars to support his war on Iran, when he just lifted sanctions on Iranian and Russian oil. That doesn't make any sense in any world. If you're fighting someone, you don't do something that aids their economy. So there is no explanation for it. Trump's a fucking idiot. He doesn't understand anything. And it just blows my mind. I actually lost a friend the other day because I called him out on the hypocrisy of everything. And he's like, "You don't understand. He's doing the best for America." And I'm like, but he's not. Do you know how many schools and hospitals and clinics you could open for $200 billion? And that's just extra on top of what they've spent already. It's most likely that $1 trillion will get spent on bombing Iran and attacking Iran and whatever within the next month. From the start to the next month, it's going to be about $1 trillion. That's a lot of cash that I thought America didn't have because, school meals, not good. Libraries, no. Local clinics, can't afford them. Need to tighten those purse strings. Oh, bombing Iran, all the money you want. Boof, boof, boof. And no one knows why. The reasons for bombing Iran has just changed with the fucking weather in the Mediterranean. It's just like this way, and this way, and this way, and that way, and that way. Makes no sense. He needs to just be stopped. Someone's got to fucking stop him. But, hey, what are you going to do? They're sending troops there now. So, fantastic. Awesome. And the oil that's traveling through the Straits of Hormuz, it's not just oil. It's diesel fuel, oil that you would use to make diesel fuel, gasoline, JP1, jet fuel. The price of everything is going to go up, and you can't. I don't like the Iranian administration. I think they're assholes. They treat people horribly. But I can't blame them for shutting down the Straits of Hormuz because they don't have much leverage. That's the only lever they've got to pull. So they're going to pull it. And Trump's like, everyone help me, help me, help me. And everyone's like, two things. First of all, you told us you didn't need help. And secondly, you've been insulting us for the past year. So, not so much. So Trump's now like on his own. And now he's threatening to attack civilian infrastructure, which is a war crime. I know it's stupid, but there are actually rules of engagement, terms of engagement. Oh, that's a film. Terms of Endearment. That was the film. Anyway, you can't just bomb civilian infrastructure. That's what the Russians have been doing to Ukraine. Ukraine's been attacking military stuff, but Russia's been attacking civilian infrastructure. And that's what Trump just said he was going to do. That's just going, I'm going to commit a crime. I'm going to commit an international war crime because I don't care. I don't care what the world thinks. I don't care what Americans think. That's what I think. It's in my bones to think that. So that's a problem. But the problem is he could do all he wants, but the Straits of Hormuz will remain closed. And one of the things that comes through the Straits of Hormuz is helium. Not my friend helium, the actual chemical substance, the element. And you might think, yeah, we can do without party balloons. Well, in Europe, they've done without those party balloons for a long time, but they should ban them in America as well, because it's just a complete waste of helium, which is very limited supply in the world. But they also use helium to make electronic components, because they need a clean atmosphere to work in. So if you've got no helium, you can't make shit. And it's really important. I mean, it's like, no, if we don't have helium, we can't run that thing. We can't make the control systems for cars. We can't make microprocessors. And it's not just in Taiwan, it's also in America. They can't make anything without helium. Who knew? I didn't know that. I had no idea that helium was used in the manufacture of microprocessors. But it is. So without helium, big problem. Liquid natural gas. Malta's got a huge problem there, because half of Malta's power comes from liquid natural gas. Where I used to be parked down south of the island, the Freeport Malta, right near there, is a power station. And there's usually a ship, there's two ships that come and go, and they've got big round globe things that contain LNG. And that's what they use to power half of Malta. They've got other power stations, but they're smaller, and then they've got a cable that goes to Sicily. But without LNG, Malta is fucked, because they don't have solar. I've got solar up here, but there's not much solar on Malta, and there's hardly any windmills. There's just not. They're not big on that. They just haven't bothered investing in that. So unless this problem finds a solution really quickly, Malta's in a lot of trouble. And I don't want that. But it's like, no one's prepared to help Trump. No one's prepared to help America, because he has spent the past year destroying the trust that America has built up over centuries. You know, they follow the law, they do things right. Not always, but usually they do things right. And that's just been thrown out with the trash. It's gone. There's no trust in America anymore. And, you know, you've probably got a friend who's in a relationship with a horrible partner who just lies, is abusive, and they keep saying they're going to leave. They don't trust them, and they're going to leave. And they don't. They keep going back. And that's what Trump is. He's like this abusive partner who no one trusts. But the countries who don't trust Trump aren't helping him at all. They just aren't. They're like, nah, we're sorry. So I don't know where that's all going to end up, but it's not good. I just suggested to a friend of mine, because her parents were born in Europe, and I'm like, can you get European citizenship? And I mean, if you do, it's going to take a long time. But seriously, if any of you guys out there can get European citizenship, or Australian citizenship, or Canadian citizenship, I would strongly recommend that you put that little motor in gear. Just generally, just find out what you're going to need to do that. Because 5 years from now, I think America's going to be in an even bigger mess than it is now. I mean, imagine what's happened in the past month, you know? And it's going to get worse. I keep saying it's going to get worse, thinking at some point we're going to reach the bottom. But I don't think we've reached the bottom yet. I think there is a big chance that the war in Iran is going to expand. Because Iran is they're like a scrappy little Wolverine trapped in a bucket, and they'll bite anything they can sink their claws into. They are. So they're sending missiles out to places that aren't really at war with them, but they also don't have any defenses, so they're easy to attack. And Iran is doing that because they're assholes, but you can't blame them. They're being attacked, and they want to strike back and make Trump look bad, because the tourist industry in Dubai and the Arab Emirates, it's fucked now. All those big hotels that they built in Dubai especially, they're empty now because no one's traveling. And that's going to decimate their tourist industry. It's gone. And that'll take years to get back. And other countries as well. I mean, they're trying to bring France into it, and Italy into it, the UK. What if Iran got supplied with a missile from Russia, who's their friends, their only friends, and they aimed it at London? What if? What if? It's not out of the realm of reality. So I'm okay. I'm still here on my boat ranting. Sorry this has been a bit long, but the world's a very complicated place right now. And I just want to give you a couple of things that you hadn't thought of before, but maybe you had. Let me know what you think. I'd like to hear it. Anyway, thanks guys. I'll see you next Sunday. Bye-bye.